Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nurhama Putri Haula from Group 6, and today I'm about to presenting our presentation that entitled Implementation of Square Root of an Integer. Here's our group team. There is Nurhama Putri Haula as me, and Yusuf Budiansyah, and Raska Abiasa Zulfikar. And here's the tables of contents. First is introduction. It explains about the backgrounds in this material, and the next is algorithm. It explains about definitions, algorithm, data structure, and integer. And the third is problem analysis, and it explains about Sqrt or square root. And the last is conclusion. It explains the conclusions in this material. First is introduction. Background. In the mathematics and computer science, algorithmic preparation is a process that we always do to get good and perfect results. There are many kinds of algorithm that we can learn, such as the root algorithm of rank 2 that we will discuss in ICES this time, where the root of the second power is an opposite of the second rank that aims to simplify a form of numbers. The development of science and technology makes humans able to produce increasingly sophisticated and complex works. Although computers can perform calculations faster than humans in general, they cannot solve problems without being taught by humans through a sequence of steps or algorithm of solutions that are defined at first. In addition to being used for problem solving using a computer, algorithm can also be applied in solving everyday problems that require a series of processes or procedural steps.
Now we discuss about the algorithm. Yes, in this the next slide is definition algorithm. There are several kinds of definition of algorithm by any source. Therefore, here are the definition of algorithm. 1. Algorithm according to Kenny 2020 1.19 is an attempt with a logically and systematic sequence of operations to solve a problem to produce a certain output. Number 2, the algorithm comes from the word algorithm and rhythmic, which was first introduced by Abu Ja'far Muhammad bin Musa al-Khawarizmi in 825 AD in the book Al-Jabr wa al-Muqabla. In the field of programming, algorithms are defined as a method consisting of structure and systematic set of steps to solve problems with the help of computer. Jendo and Nani, 2018. And the last is algorithm according to Munir and Lydia is the sequence of steps to solve a problem. Next. And now we are going to talk about definition data structure. One of the important things that cannot be left behind in the use of computer data. Data can be obtained from various sources such as laboratory research results, survey results, questionnaire results, and so on. The composition of the data and the logic of the algorithms that utilize the data are very closely related. In the programming technique, data structure means a layout of data containing columns of data, be it columns that are visible to the user or column that is only used for programming purposes that are not visible to the user. Next, we are going to talk about definition integer. An integer, in the context of computer programming, is a type of data used to represent represents real number that have no fractional value. Different types of integer data types are stored on the machine in different ways. For example, short integer in many common programming languages are limited to range between 20, 32, 70, 97, and this limited range refer to the relationship between numeric value as interpreted by humans and how these values are stored in computer memory.
The definition of square root. A square root is a value that is obtained when the original number is multiplied by itself. When a number multiplies itself, the product that is obtained is known as the square number. The number is the square root. We get perfect square root for a perfect square number. A square root is represented by a sign, so you can look in the screen. If x is a square number, then x is a square root of it. So this is for the example of square roots. You can see in here the input is 4, the output is 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. For the output is for the next example, the input is 11, the output is 3. So because the square root of 11 lies in between 3 and 4, so floor of the square root is 3 because 3 times 3 is 9. It's nearby into the 11. So the code of square root. The algorithm, so you can look again. Create a variable counter ni and take care of some base cases. Ideally, when the given number is 0 or 1. Run a loop until ni, where n is the given number, increment ni by 1. The floor of the square root of the number is n1 ni minus 1. What the for the square root, we input the given number 11 and the output is 3. The last one is conclusion. An integer is either a perfect square or its square root is irrational. Said a different way, when you copy the square root of an integer, there are either no figures to the right of the decimal, or there are an infinite number of figures to right of the decimal and they don't repeat. Square root really often in math calculation and also physics to calculate the root of a given number, which can be perfect square and imperfect square. So thank you very much. Adalah saya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.